And we are live.
Woohoo!
It's my God. I love my life, but it's you never run out of shit to do.
No, you don't. But you'll know when you do,
Oh
or everybody else will.
yeah, yeah. I may not know it, but everyone else will. I
There was a comedian who said, I get asked a lot what happens when you die. Oh, there's a crap ton of stuff that happens. Just none of it involves you.
yeah. Well, a little bit of it does, but then
By comparison, no.
I was having a conversation with a guy last week, and we were actually talking about like funerals and like what happens after you die and all that. And I basically said there's probably a week after your funeral, there's probably going to be about 3 or 4 people who really wake up and realize, or remember you're not there. But there's going to be a bunch of people that went to your funeral, and they're going to be like, you won't even enter their mind. And
Nice casserole.
yeah, I mean it's weird how much we worry about, how people are going to remember us. But then think about it. The only people I really think about is like my dad and my grandfather. Once in a while, I'll think of my grandmother. But other than that, I don't really think about past funeral people, you know, that I've went to.
Right.
So, which I guess is a good thing, you know. Uh, you don't want to really linger on the actual past, you know, too much. But
Debbie's look in the chat. Debbie sent something. There was a reminder.
yes, yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. Do you actually want to talk about that now?
Sure, we can.
Oh, all right. For those of you not aware, one of our friends was arrested last week for apparently,
Allegedly.
allegedly uh, taking someone's cryptos. Now, I looked at the charges and how it lays out, like what he actually did, and
What he's being accused of doing.
no, this is actually something else. All right,
Okay.
Patrick, not this Patrick, another Patrick Hakeem.
Debbie
Right?
Daddy. He'll go by
Yeah,
Debbie Daddy.
yeah. I know of several people he helped reclaim cryptos.
Sure did.
Right? He helped a lot of people. And the description of what he did is actually, or what he's accused of doing, is actually how you retrieve lost cryptos. You move them from like wallet to wallet, and they're now, I use the word if. If he cashed out those cryptos into a platform that was ran by him, and he actually got like real, if he exited out with cash from a KYC platform in his name, then that would be something completely different. But in the article, it didn't say he did that. It said it was linked with a platform that was capable of that. Well, blockchain, everything's linked. So they could easily say it was linked with other exchanges that could be used to exit out of. Well, yeah, because it's blockchain. It's linked to the whole history of those transactions. So I don't know. I'm gonna hope and pray that the legal system works. If he did it, he should be prosecuted. If he didn't, he should not be prosecuted. And go ahead.
No, the article from and this is interesting. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation Newsforum.com, TBINewsforum.com, indicated that they had the records that they needed to go after him, to prosecute him. He's been arrested in Oregon. He's being held until there's an extradition hearing, and then he'll be sent to Tennessee. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has a crypto and digital crimes unit that was responsible for investigating these charges that were brought by the victim. And the victim has, it's all noted in blockchain. So when he gets his day in court, forensics, accounting, and coding will verify the authenticity and veracity of the charges, or it will end up being dismissed.
Yep. And that's actually one of the things that I love about cryptos is it is open. It's well, I look at it from a point of view of of an entrepreneur, of an actual business person, and as an individual. Now, if I want to move currency and not be able to be tracked, I'll just use Litecoin. Because you can move Litecoin and it's untrackable with the Wimble software.
Right.
So I mean, it's that's why I love the space, because if your cryptos are stolen, there are ways you can track it to a certain point. All right. Now, something else that gives me pause on this is he's not a stupid guy. There's ways that he could have scrambled or shattered the actual cryptocurrencies where they were untrackable. Why didn't he do that? You know, I mean, it's the equivalent of if you're an experienced thief, you're gonna wear gloves. Right? He knows cryptos. If he wanted to steal cryptos and not actually make it trackable, he has that knowledge. Hell, I have that. Hell, Pat, anyone who's in the business has the knowledge of how you can do that with any crypto. It's just odd. I I don't know. Like you said, he'll actually get his day in court, and with his knowledge, and if he has a halfway decent lawyer, this is easy to prove innocence if he's innocent. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
If they say, well, we have it here that you ran it through a mixer and it showed up here, and then all his lawyer has to say is prove that. Prove that the wallet after the mixer originated at the chain that was being tracked. And voila, you can't. But if he didn't run it through a mixer, then he's screwed. And it's provable. But if you're going to do that and you have the knowledge, you would put it through a mixer. The more I think about it, the more like this just doesn't add up.
No, I will say this though. Somebody was out $330,000.
Oh, no, I'm all for catching whoever did this.
Right. Right.
I'm just wondering if they had a hammer just looking for a nail, and then he happened to, look like a nail. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, there was, what was interesting is the number of agencies that were involved in that.
Yeah, and all right, here, TJ, you're exactly right. What happened to if he hypothetically, if he did this, why didn't he just swap it into Monero, send it to an exchange, swap Monero back into Bitcoin, and then send it from a non-KYC'd exchange? Because as soon as you would have moved it into Monero, you're done. Because Monero is literally, you cannot track it. You can't even get close to tracking it. Something seems odd. But like I said, or like you brought up, that's $330,000 that someone lost. Someone took it. Well, if they have evidence and they can prove it was him, he should absolutely go to jail. Absolutely. But I really don't know. It's they. I'm assuming, and now this is, what happens when you assume. I'm assuming that they had enough evidence to charge him. But I'm also thinking about, like, they'd have to actually get, like, they'd have to provide evidence to someone for charging.
Oh, that had to be a pretty solid case when they presented it.
Or the people in the courtroom don't understand blockchain and just assumed, oh, okay, well, I don't really know like what they're talking, but it sounds like they got him. Because if you don't know blockchain, they could just show you a freaking anything, and then you're like, well, I don't know nothing about Bitcoin, so go get them, because in a jury of your peers, what happens if the jury ain't your peers? It's random people that don't know anything about blockchain. That it's like that's a given. Try to find a jury of 12 knowledgeable people about blockchain. it's
This may not be a jury trial. He may just decide that he wants to go with a bench trial.
I would, because hopefully a judge, you can explain the technology enough to one assumingly intelligent person, then 12, or maybe you play odds and you have 12, because it only takes one to, say, I don't know. So, I mean,
Well, if nothing else, I mean, the victim will have a chance to go civil route as well.
yep.
So,
Yeah, like I said, I want justice. That's what I want.
absolutely. Yeah.
And if he did it, he should go to jail. If he didn't, he shouldn't. We will wait and see.
Correct.
Because that's that's um, that's why with everything in my businesses, I don't use any cryptocurrencies that aren't trackable, because I want it where if anybody ever accuses me of anything, I'm going to be able to go right there, that right there. And they're going to have to look at it and go, okay, it's blockchain is a weapon of truth. That's what it is. So if you truly didn't do something, you have proof. If you truly did do something, there's proof.
That blade cuts in two directions. That's correct. Yeah.
and I think that's why we're all in it, is we want honesty. Yet I I don't want to win with a lie or anything. Because if you win with a lie, you didn't win. You cheated. That's not the same as winning. It doesn't give you the psychological thrill of winning.
Right.
That's why people get addicted to lying, because it's artificial winning. But when you win legitimately, you get addicted to that. That's what athletes, do. That's why they get the adrenaline and they get all the, is because they won legitimately and they know it. They won off their efforts. And that's what real winners want. That's why the progressives, um, we who who was it? It was a congressman. Oh, there were Somebody shut off. Oh, there we go. They shut off my lights. Did we pay the electric bill? uh,
Congressman.
yeah, who lied about. Now, mind you, I don't like friggin' Mitt Romney, but Mitt Romney was running president. There was a congressman from the other side, the Democrats, who claimed he didn't pay taxes. And then after the election, it was proven that he did. And a journalist asked him, hey, are you going to apologize for, not for saying this? And the congressman said no. And literally, the guy goes, you knew he did pay his taxes. And the congressman replied, yeah, but did he win? So that congressman was fine with lying about Mitt Romney's taxes if it helped him lose.
You know who it was?
Who was it?
The scumbag of the earth, Harry Reid.
Oh, it was Reid. That's right.
That friggin' scumbag. His brother beat the crap out of him.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, that was good. Yeah. Oh, One Eye Willie. It's that type of thing. When it all costs, even if you have to make up a lie, well, that's what we in cryptos. That's what we don't want. We just want an honest system. And that's why cryptos, that's why freaking Michael Saylor just bought another 850 Bitcoin or something.
Yeah. What do they say that they're holding now? It's the number of Bitcoin that they're holding is through the friggin' roof.
It's like 190,000.
190,000 Bitcoin. Yeah.
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 And I heard a number that at this rate, by the halving, that BlackRock alone will hold almost 200,000 Bitcoin by the halving. Isn't that like April 4th or something? No, April 20th. That's ironically 420.
Yeah. Well, so then both BlackRock and MicroStrategies will hold almost 10% each of Bitcoin. They will have 19% of the market at that point.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, and the number of Bitcoin on exchanges has dropped from like 4.1 million to like 2.2 million in the last year and some change.
We had talked about this before. How, the little guy's just picking up the shards
Yep.
whatever he can. I'll get $100 here. I'll get $50 there. I'll get 75 there. Taking it off the table, it's not moving. It's in
Nope.
their wallets. It's not moving.
Yep. The people like us, we're lifers. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see any reason I would sell any of my Bitcoin.
No.
I
Here's a
yeah,
question, though. Here's a question. And I've been asked this, and I don't know what the answer is because I've never investigated it. But how would you loan your Bitcoin to an organization? Who would you go through? How would you do that? To me, it's BlockFi all over again, who is, by the way, coming to an agreement with a judge about coming back.
yeah.
But how do you actually take advantage of the asset that you hold, maintaining control, and using it as collateral in a loan? I mean, we talk about it. We know that's an option, but I don't know the actual path to doing that because I would never consider doing it.
Well,
At some point, I
literally
think you would have to give up some control of that collateral.
all of it.
Yeah.
All, I don't know one place that will let you hold your Bitcoin and them lend against it. And I don't blame them.
Right.
You're using it as collateral. It's movable. Like it isn't like a car. Now a car is movable, but it's physical, right? And if you have an address, odds are you using that car, or a house. You can't move a house. You can't go, well, screw them. I'm moving my. Well, I mean, some people can move their houses, but it's a mobile home, not a regular home. But screw them lenders, Ethel. Hook up the truck.
We're going to Beverly.
Yep. It's so many people. I had a call last night at 1 o'clock in the morning
Holy crap.
for some people I do business with over in South Korea. And it's it's going crazy everywhere. It isn't just America. And what's really crazy, the whole phone call, which was about a half hour, all right, no one ever mentioned BlackRock or EF or ETFs. It was all, hey, here we are in Asia or in South Korea. That's where they're at. They have a lot of organizations reaching out to them about holding Bitcoin on their company balance sheet. And this is an over the counter. and she basically told me, it's like, hey, we aren't fucking talking about Joey's pizza slices.
No, no,
We're talking Fortune 1000,
right,
companies.
right.
And
Well, they watch what MicroStrategy has done and have to be scratching their head, going, "Well, why didn't we do this? Why are we so late in this game?"
yep,
And the other question is, are there other coins that we should be looking at? Because honestly, 21 million, we're going to blow through that pretty quick. Start looking at those that are more have greater deliverability capabilities. You're talking
yeah.
about the polka dots. You're talking about Avalanche. You're talking about
The only
Bitcoin.
ones they're really interested in is ETH and Bitcoin.
Right, right. Because there's another ETF coming for ETH.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And these companies right now, they can't hold ETH. They don't feel comfortable enough with ETH, but they feel comfortable enough with Bitcoin.
right.
And the corporate adoption is coming for other coins, but it's going to take a few years.
Oh, it is. There isn't any understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the, the concept of look on GitHub and familiarize yourself with the developers and programmers who are using a specific coin, their level of commitment, and what that does to validate a particular coin. As more programmers and more dApps are being created for that given coin, it's not something that they understand in terms of doing the research to figure that out. It's not difficult.
All right. Jordan Headley, do you know of any companies that actually do that? You just move the amount you need for the collateral into a shared wallet.
Which
Okay.
is multi-sig.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a smart contract written.
Yep. So it's that's what I'm looking at. Like in the future, using, say that you actually want to purchase a house. How I've thought about it is exactly what he explained, like a multi-sig, where no one could move it anywhere without multiple signatures. That would work, but you still have to, it's still you have to have a trustworthy, company. And those will exist. I mean, and you have to have a regulatory environment and a political environment that is friendly to crypto.
Well, it's going to have to be enforceable, and any smart contract is going to have a built-in arbitration system, if not it's going to be recognized and decided in the state of Missouri, in
Yeah.
in the province of Alberta. I don't know, but and that said, those particular entities that become the enforcement arms of these contracts have to be educated in this and know what's going on.
We
And
have a lot of education we got to do.
And they're going to have a stick that they can pummel people with. Not only that, but we're also going to have a place where we can put the word out on somebody for being a rat, for being an ass, whatever. Yep. You're just going to have to be able to put the mouth on them and go, these guys are not people that you want to deal with, and it's not Yelp.
Yeah. It's very interesting. We got about another 15 minutes that I'm actually gonna.
I know more than that, Joran. Alberta's not the only one I know.
Wrap it up.
Sure.
And, Patrick and I are doing a CALIX Solutions crypto or cyber stuff at noon Eastern. That's in like an hour and like 15 minutes. So now, this has nothing to do with Bitcoin, but I wanted to get your opinion on Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin.
I just saw that.
I'm all for it.
I am. Why not?
And the reason I am is not because of what Putin's going to say. I have no idea what he's going to say. The reason I'm all for it is I trust Tucker. These ain't going to be softballs.
Oh, no. Oh no. No, not even. And the thing is, he'll back Putin into a corner. I'm sure there's a list of things that he can't talk about that he's being given, but I think he'll blow right through it and go, no, we're asking.
I don't think so.
Well, to be honest, that's a highly controlled environment that Putin is in. He comes by it honestly. I mean, he's the head of the KGB.
Yeah.
So he knows the strength, and he knows the power of the media.
What the reason why that I loved this idea is part of the agreement was that Tucker Carlson retained the full unedited interview.
That rocks.
Right? Plus, think about this. If you're Putin, if you're this lying, cheating piece of crap, son of a bitch, you wouldn't even agree to this interview.
No.
You wouldn't go nowhere near this son of a bitch.
I wonder if he's going to ask him how many of the oligarchs' deaths did he have a hand in. Are the Clintons working for you?
Plus, if I was fucking Tucker Carlson, right after you release this interview, offer an interview to Joe Biden.
Oh yeah.
And just you know he's going to say no. The fact that Putin was willing to do an interview, but then Joe Biden wasn't. That is a contrast that needs to be pointed out.
Well, this is the second year in a row when he's passing on doing the interview before the Super Bowl. That is something that Obama had started doing. That the president gets his platform, he gets to get up there and speak. And Mumbly Joe said, "Nah, no, no." His handler said, "No, no,
Well,
no."
because they know he'd get booed. I mean, it's. See, this is all crumbling down. The normies, and I mean people who I've known that were avidly against Trump are now like, you know, this I may have to vote for Trump. And I about fell out of my chair. I was like, why? They said, because they're too aggressive with him. None of the mainstream media ever talk about Trump from Trump's point of view. They don't even want to broadcast an interview from someone from Trump's point of view. Why is that? Why? I've heard people say, well, why won't Trump debate Nikki Haley? Why? Why would he?
He gets nothing from doing that.
Yeah, there's no win there. There's that, and really, Nikki Haley don't want that. The only reason she's pushing for it is he's saying no. What I wish you would do is go, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do this. Watch how quickly she gets COVID. I'm sorry, I can't make it. I got to bed.
Yeah. And she didn't, pardon me, she didn't get Jack in Nevada.
No.
He was not on the ballot. He was not on the ballot. And he took the snake.
Yeah.
How embarrassing is that? If her backers don't go, we're done.
It's Trump is it, folks. And that's what worries me. Because as soon as Trump is I heard a liberal guy, I heard a progressive on MSNBC look into the camera and say, they better not try to arrest Trump. You know how bad that would go for all of us. It was like, if you want to see, if you thought that January 6th was some shit, arrest Trump. Because remember, unless Trump would put out a statement, hey guys, don't worry about it. I can run the White House from a jail cell. Because legally he can.
He would also pardon himself.
Absolutely. As soon as he was sworn in, he'd pardon himself and say, kiss it, bitches. These people are screwed. And Tucker Carlson, he's gonna put the last hit with the axe of truth in that tree of lies with this interview with Putin. Because Putin knows that all he has to do is tell the truth. He doesn't need propaganda. All he needs is a finger and go, look at that, look at that, look at that. Think about it. He doesn't have to accuse anybody of anything. All he has to do is say, well, maybe some Americans should look at this building over in Portland. I'm just saying, there may be something there. He literally could just pull a cue and just shape everything in the form of a question. Well, what do you think about blah, blah, blah? Well, I heard maybe you should look into this corporation. And maybe you should see who's running their banking and where they were on last week on Tuesday about 1 p.m. He could shut this whole fucking thing down and not make a statement just by asking a question. That's how I do it. If hypothetically I knew that one of my friends was getting cheated on because I saw his wife with a boyfriend, and every Tuesday they go to the same restaurant. But I don't want to be the one to tell him. Hey, Bob, you want to go grab lunch at such and such? Ah, hell yeah. You go there. Who's there? Number one, you're there for your buddy because it's going to slap shit clean out of him. But you also save your buddy. What do you do? And Putin has said flat out, I don't want a nuclear war. Why the hell would I want that? Because he knows he ain't going to make it. Fucking Moscow ain't going to make it. That's uno numero drop site. Yes, there is a panic in D.C. that I bet is palpable.
Oh, both sides of the aisle.
Yep. Republicans and fucking Democrats.
Well, that piece of crap legislation that they tried to pass on for immigration was it was horrible.
Oh, it was garbage.
It was just a piece of crap. And, Mitch McConnell is putting his stamp of approval on it.
Well, that right there tells you something.
Well, that's the truth. Yeah, and he's got to go. What was funny is Cruz was calling him out.
Boy, Cruz has been solid.
Yeah, yeah.
Cruz has been throwing bombs lately at people.
Yeah, yeah.
He I don't care what you say about Cruz. Right now, he's on the right side of history.
Absolutely.
Because I do believe he's an honest man.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say that. I'd certainly say that.
All right, we are going to wrap this up, folks. I am live from the club in Nashville. We got a lot of TVs we got to hang up today, but don't forget March 2nd. We will have the grand opening here in Nashville at the second Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Go ahead, Patrick. How do they join us at
Cyber stuff?
Yep.
Yep. If you are a client and you have a laptop of ours, you can get a subscription by going to the portal. Inside the portal, there is a link to the Cyber Suite, and in there, you're able to sign up for a subscription for either. There's two that are available. One of them is Cyber Stuff, which is $5 a month, and that gives you the ability to watch the videos live and archived. And then there's Helpline, which is a live chat service where you can submit questions. If you have a crypto laptop, you're going to want to ask about cryptos. And if it's a Liberty laptop, you can ask us about the deep web and how you can use the Tor browser, et cetera, and the proper configurations on that laptop.
Yep.
Certainly stream those questions through to us. And you also get the Cyber Stuff videos live and archived. So it's a package.
I hope you all watched my video from last week where I showed you how Microsoft plans on blocking computers, not software, computers from accessing unaccredited websites. Word from the sponsor.
Introducing the Liberty Laptop, your gateway to online anonymity. Engineered with your privacy in mind, the Liberty Laptop comes equipped with cutting-edge security features, ensuring that your data remains yours and yours alone. No more worries about your personal information being shared without consent. Say goodbye to prying eyes and third-party snoops. Enjoy your online freedom with advanced privacy settings, protecting your every digital move, all at your fingertips. With the Liberty Laptop, you control what others see and don't see. We customize your privacy settings and let only what matters most to you be shared. No more concerns about unwarranted surveillance. We put the power back in your hands. No unwanted access through the laptop's camera and microphone. Powered by the latest technology, the Liberty Laptop ensures performance while respecting your personal boundaries. The Liberty Laptop. Your control. Your privacy. Your world. Visit calixsolutions.io to experience true personal freedom today.
My lights just went off.
Tell you something.
We have a message from Patrick's Oatmeal. Are retirement funds buying Bitcoin right now? Yes, they are buying them through the ETFs. My light went off. Oh, motion sensor. Who knew?
got to get up and move.
Damn it, I gotta move.
You got to move, brother.
All right, you guys, I'm telling you, if you do not have a Liberty laptop, all these platforms, they're not going to let you be able to go to Twitter. Not with software, with the laptops. Get your Liberty laptops now. Patrick, I will see you in an hour.
Sounds good.
Love you, brother.
Love you. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Yep.